Ututu Oma, Ututu Oma, ụmụ Chineke. Ụtụtụ ọma ndị ọma ndị ọma. Ụtụtụ ọma ndị ọma njibiri. Ụtụtụ ọma ndị ọma na-amasị. Ụtụtụ ọma from Pst Vam Vam Vam. Greetings from here with love in my heart and with a genuine heart of truth and a sincere and a truthful Biafran. I come with this good news to you this morning. Ututu Oma nwanne m o, Amechi Jonas. Ututu Oma. Greetings. You are always here. And I pray for you this morning, Amechi. Ihe ọma ga na-akpọ gị ihu. Only congratulations is permitted in your life. I pray for you, Chinenye MC. Unu ga-adị ka echi maka na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Genuine, truthful, honest Biafrans, the blessings of the Most High will never ever elude you. You will shine and flourish like the palm tree. Blessings, Cheesy James. It can only get better for you. Your worst days are over. Sam Channel, I greet you, Ututu Oma. My own Stella Uzoka, Ututu Oma. It can only get better for all of you. Your worst days are over. With your mind of integrity and your mindset of truth and honesty, heaven will ever smile at you. The dew of heaven will always welcome your day in the mighty name of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Every one of you that will connect to this channel and to this gospel of truth, this gospel of peace and love, it can only get better for you. Your worst days are over. And I make a declaration today. Some people have plotted your death, your end. They have plotted your burial. Pst Vam 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 is here to tell you that that burial will not hold. Tell your neighbor, that burial will not hold. That burial will not hold. The burial will only hold in the camp of the enemies. In the camp of the enemies of Biafra. In the camp of those that have rejected the will of God. He say. Now quickly I want to tell you that only you, a genuine Biafran, only you, a truthful Biafran, a child of heaven, Nwa Chineke, you are the only one that understand what the will of God is. Ututu Oma, Augustine, Efe morning, Ututu Oma, my own mommy, Lolo, Ego Yibo. You are the only one that understand what the will of God is. Now, I am still reminding some of them that call themselves Christians, call themselves believers, and they will tell you, let us accept this. It is the will of God. And they play that card at Peter Obi. They told him, you know, for the good of the nation, let us accept this as the will of God. And then Peter Obi came to them and told them, you know, accepting this as the will of God is accepting corruption, is accepting kidnapping, is accepting terrorism. That means terrorism is the will of God. That means corruption is the will of God. That means this is the will of God. They don't understand what the will of God is. I will not accept it because it's not the will of God. He was correct. But even himself does not know what the will of God is. That is why I titled this program, Only Genuine Biafrans. You are the only one that understand what the will of God is. Now I'm going to buttress my point in 5 minutes. What is the will of God that Biafrans have understood? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu understood the will of God. That's why he's the number one, numero uno Biafran. Nwa Chineke. You understand the will of God. He accepted it and he stand by it without wavering, without turning left or turning right. He faced the will of God. Mazi Simon Ekpa, our Prime Minister, Biafra Republic government in exile, he understands what the will of God is. He stand by it, he faced the will of God, he defend the will of God, he is ready to give himself up for the will of God is a true Biafran. You cannot say you understand the will of God and they are telling you accept the will of God. They are already corrupt and destroyed. They have sold their soul to the devil and they are telling you accept the will of God. And you are trying to tell them that accepting that is as the will of God means accepting kidnapping, accepting this thing. Now, but you accepted Nigeria, Peter Obi, or whoever you accepted Nigeria. You are standing in error. And you are telling people that are telling you to accept the will of God that they are making mistake. They are making mistake, but you made the grandest and the greatest mistake. Standing with Nigeria, accepting Nigeria, say you are a Nigerian, and you say you want to accept the will of God. You are a big liar. You are a son of Lucifer. You don't know God. You don't know the will of God. We are the only ones that understand what the will of God is. The will of God numero uno, the will of God number one is to reject Nigeria. That is the will of God. Because Nigeria is against God. Nigeria is against righteousness. Nigeria is against integrity. Nigeria is a foundation of darkness. Nigeria does not know God. How can you accept Nigeria? And you are saying you want to accept the will of God as against those that believe in Nigeria. Because they are telling you to accept the will of God because you believe in Nigeria. Nigeria is not the will of God. That is the premise where you must stand. That is the foundation of showing who does not accept the will of Satan. The very point of accepting the will of God is rejecting Nigeria. Nigeria is not the will of God. And only genuine Biafrans have rejected Nigeria and have said, come rain, come shine. It is Biafra or Anini war. I'm telling you. Now, do you understand? Now, Peter B will pose on camera and say, I want to fight for justice. I want to fight for integrity. I want a new Nigeria. Like, seriously? A new Nigeria? Nigeria is not the will of God. God does not recognize Nigeria. Nigeria is in a black book that God has already locked up and thrown away into the bottomless pit. And you are bringing it out and you want to accept it as the will of God. You are nothing but a son of Lucifer. The very point where you accept the will of God is where you say, break up this entity, break up this contraption, break up this evil cage. Let my people go. Let my people go. That is the beginning of the will of God. If you are still acknowledging Nigeria, if you are still fighting for Nigeria, if you are still defending Nigeria, if you are still looking for something good in Nigeria, you are already in error. That is error number one, the very first thing. That is why in your Bible it is written that if you keep the whole commandments and you offend in one, you are guilty of all. So now you are standing upon sin. You are living in sin. You are accommodating sin and you want to fight sin. One day, who are you? What are you? What do you represent? The only place you will get the truth is from Biafrans. Genuine and truthful Biafrans. Not the ones that will be a Biafran today and tomorrow they will go and try Nigeria. No, 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 no. You cannot be hot and cold at the same time. That is why you see some people, they were crying for Yoruba nation, Ututu nation, and the next day, Tinubu, a criminal, supplanted, criminally took over power, and they say he is their brother, and they want to follow him and back him up. All of you will go to hell. All of you will perish in the bottomless pit of hell. Evil people. And then you see them attacking the heavenly race, the Biafran race, the people of God, and you keep quiet. You keep mute. You are a pastor. You are a general overseer. You keep mute. And you say, God will restore Nigeria. God will destroy every one of you that are defending that evil entity. Because God hates evil. God hates unrighteousness. God can never accommodate unrighteousness. That is why P2B can never succeed. Read my lips. P2B can never ever succeed. Nobody that support Nigeria, nobody, not only P2B, nobody that support Nigeria will ever succeed. Because you are supporting unrighteousness, you are supporting evil, you are supporting iniquity, you are supporting the killing of Christians, the murdering of Christians, the destruction of Biafra. You will never succeed. Read my lips. You are a candidate of hell. That is the truth, and that is from the mind of God. My name is Prophet Chamaka Ajere. I am Pastor Vam Vam Vam. And I bring this gospel every day with passion, with integrity, with truth, with my heart seated to it. And I can never bend. We are unbribable, unbuyable. You can't get us to succumb. Because we know our what, we know who we are, we are blessed. And so there's no way you will give us crumbs and it will suffice. No way. I'm going to leave you to digest this. I'm going to leave you to think about this. I'm going to leave you to meditate on this and understand that standing on the side of Biafra, standing with Master Nnamdi Kanu and his true disciple, Master Simon Ekpa, you are standing on the right side of destiny and you will never be wrong. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you. The Lord be gracious unto you and give you peace. Pastor Vam 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 loves you, but Chukwu Okike Abiama loves you more. Have a beautiful day. I'm going to see you later this afternoon. I want to talk to you about Mazi Simon Ekpa and his position in this time and in this history. I want to tell you the unique assignment that God has given to him. I want to talk a little bit more about his new dimension and this era. I want to talk about it. Hopefully this afternoon you will join me. Maybe we'll touch a little bit on who is the leader of the Biafran Liberation Army. What do you understand about this new dimension? Where is Simon Ekpa going to? What is his drive? What is his passion? How will he end? Will he end well or will he not end well? We need to talk about this. But I want to tell you, if you are standing with Simon Ekpa, stand very strong. He is standing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without any doubt. Anybody telling you otherwise is a son of Satan and son of Lucifer. Do not listen to them. May God bless Ali Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May God bless our Prime Minister of Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May God bless every one of you this morning. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you later today. Come, Messiah.